Hey everybody, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Today I am joined by Sarah Grace McHenrick. She's with AFP and she is the Grassroots Engagement Director. AFP works a lot in education or state and federal policy reform, and we want to talk about different ways that you can share your voice and get involved, particularly from the grassroots level. So Sarah Grace, can you first just tell us a little bit about your role with AFP?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I am the Grassroots Engagement Director, and in South Carolina, I cover the Midlands. So I'm in Aiken, Columbia, and then all the way through Rock Hill and Indian Land. So that's where I spend most of my time. And a lot of it's just community building, having different events where people can come together in the community and meet each other and talk about different issues. And then how are we going to work on those issues? So we also involve grassroots activism as well. So we have a couple of events around the state monthly and weekly that we come together and meet and talk and kind of go for a game plan to see how we can really get involved in these issues.
Great. So tell me a little bit more. I know the main reason why I wanted to talk to you is because there's some events coming up and there's some regular ones scheduled, your Freedom Coffee. So talk to me about what a Freedom Coffee is and who you recommend to come. And then, share with us where those are located and when people can come and join you for that.
Yeah, so Freedom Coffees, we do them around the state. Our grassroots director who lives in the upstate, her name is Candace Carroll. She actually holds hers in Greenville. And then I hold one in Indian Land, which is actually weekly. And then I just starting one in Aiken as well, actually, which will just be once a month to start with, just to see, who's willing to come and how many people come, and hopefully to grow that number. And then we can kind of expand it to bi-weekly or weekly, whatever works for everyone. But for right now, it's going to be the third Friday of every month, which this month in May, that's actually the 17th. And they're held at What's Cookin', which is in downtown Aiken, and they're from 10:30 to 11:30. So you don't have to attend the whole thing if you don't want to. It's just kind of drop in whenever you can. We'll be happy to pick up a coffee for you or any breakfast if you want to grab a bite to eat. But it's just a really great opportunity for everyone to come together in the community, maybe meet some new faces, and then talk about the different issues that everyone's passionate about and what AFP is working on specifically. And then just kind of get to know each other and create those relationships. And then at that point, we'll hopefully be able to do some more events that involve more community building and more grassroots activism.
Great. So when people come, is it okay for them to come with different questions about things, or are you kind of leading them into some conversation? I know right now ESAs are a hot topic, but what should they expect to really just talk about, or is it really about them bringing their ideas?
It's really, honestly, the Freedom Coffees are meant to be very casual, as we do host a number of other events that can be a little bit more structured. So we found that the Freedom Coffees are a place where people can really come and not be pressured to talk about anything. It's very casual, so there's no format that we follow necessarily. I may come in with a few talking points if people are a little bit hard to open up or start a conversation, but it's really just an organic meeting every month, and it's just come to have conversation. It doesn't even have to be about politics. Sometimes we talk about what's going on in our lives and different things. So it's really just an opportunity to get to know each other and just start to create that community.
Absolutely. And I know sometimes people might, worry, they feel like, oh, it's a political affiliation type thing, but you agree that it doesn't matter what political party you subscribe to. It's really just an opportunity for us to come together and work together. And I think we do need to work across the aisle, if we have different beliefs politically, to talk about the things that are happening in our community. But this is a nonpartisan type setup. Is that correct?
Yes, definitely. Americans for Prosperity is a nonpartisan nonprofit political organization. So we do not affiliate with conservatives or Democrats on either side. So everyone is welcome to come to any of our events, not just the coffees, of course, but the coffees included. Anyone's welcome to come with any type of opinion. It's always great to learn from different perspectives and different opinions, and we're a very open organization, meaning that we welcome anyone to come.
Fantastic. I know, and some of you may have seen some of my video posts out there and comments that I've made. I was recently at the State House in Columbia. We were testifying with the House Ways and Means subcommittee about the education scholarship accounts. And whether you agree with educational scholarship accounts or not, one of the most poignant things that came out of that hearing for me is that, you know, we were told, or I was told by one specific representative, that parents really don't have the knowledge and skills that they need to be able to make sound education decisions for their children. And it was very alarming to me that we were being discredited and with the ability to speak up for our children. And so I want to encourage you all, like a Freedom Coffee and getting together with other folks, this is an opportunity for us to have our voices heard. And it's really important to build some strategy around that sometimes. And perhaps out of that Freedom Coffee, just talking to other folks, you may discover some things that you want to start working on. So Sarah Grace, AFP kind of helps lead people into that and provides instruction or skills and training and knowledge around specific topics. Is that correct? Tell me a little bit more about some of the other, like you said, more structured opportunities to even get involved with AFP.
Yeah. So really quickly, one event that we're actually doing this May as well, on the 13th, actually, it's going to be at Dunkin' Donuts. We're going to do a thank you letter writing campaign, which basically means that I'll provide the letterhead and scripts, even if people don't feel comfortable writing a letter just by themselves. But what we're going to be doing are writing thank you letters to the legislatures who have supported ESAs throughout this session and who have been kind of champions for those kids. So we're going to be writing letters thanking them and then encouraging them for next session as well. So that's just an example of some other events that we do. We also do phone banks, which means that we call different districts for different representatives and legislatures, and they get calls to their office about particular issues. So we host phone banks a lot. But something that I'm really excited about, now that session's kind of winding down, we'll have more opportunity to utilize our educational side of the organization, which is our Grassroots Leadership Academy. And what they offer is they're a set of trainers who are highly qualified, and we can actually bring them into your area and do a number of different trainings. So it can be issue topic trainings, it can be grassroots activism trainings, and it can be legislative trainings as well. Kind of the legislative trainings are to get you familiar with the process if you're not familiar with it. But we offer all those things, and I'm really excited for Aiken to get involved with those trainings now that session is winding down and we have a little bit more time.
Awesome. So tell me again, the one on the 13th, that the thank you letter writing campaign, what day is that, or what time is it, and where?
Yeah, so the 13th, that's going to be at Dunkin' Donuts on Whiskey Road, and it's from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It is going to be in the private room, so the private room is just off to the side a little bit. But this, like the coffee, similar to the coffees, anyone is welcome to come. And we are going to be writing specifically about the education scholarship accounts, and thanking them for supporting those. So 10 to 11:30 at the Dunkin' Donuts on Whiskey Road on May 13th. So I'll be there, and a few others will be there, and we'd love anyone to come and join us.
I'm excited about that. I plan to be there as well and engage with folks and also help you to learn more about My SC Education and the work that we do. We just want to really encourage everyone out there to start having your voices heard and to ask those questions. If you're unclear about something, or if you have an issue that you want to raise and you feel like you need the support of a group that's been involved in some of that grassroots organizing, even if it's not on education, this would be a great forum to connect with folks who also have other connections throughout the state and to have that happen. So I'm just really excited for the work that we're doing together.
Yes, so am I. And like I said, I haven't been able to spend too much time in Aiken lately. I've been in Indian Land and in Columbia as well, obviously, so I'm really excited to build a community there and get to know more people.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys for taking the time to look at our video. If you have any specific questions about anything we've talked about, please share your comments. I'll also make sure that you have the links and information specifically to the Grassroots Leadership Academy information, and I'll also highlight the dates and times that Sarah Grace mentioned for the Freedom Coffees, as well as the thank you letter writing campaign and other opportunities. So although we're focusing on some things that'll be taking place in Aiken, there are opportunities to connect throughout the state, and Sarah Grace works with a team of folks, and so if she's not in your area, there's going to be someone who will be, and if we're not, let us know that, and I'm sure we can make that happen. So again, thank you for taking your time, and thank you, Sarah Grace, for talking with me today.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity.